I guess for insecure people, it's inevitable for them to not hate on you or not envy you because you got great things going for you. I know you probably don't notice it, but you make it look so easy. Thriving, solving issues, coming up with ideas, working. Yeah, you make it look so easy. And so it is inevitable because you're so magnetic, like you just captivate attention. And even though a lot of times that is positive, right? You got people who admire you. Oftentimes you can also pick up on energies of envy, and jealousy from people who perhaps have not gotten to the mindset more than anything, right? Because I believe that everyone is beautiful and has a lot of potential, but not everybody puts in the work. And I know you're someone who's very, very dedicated and committed to personal growth. So, why don't you just sit back and relax and let your body just sink into the energy of ease. Just make sure that no part of your body feels tense as I am gently removing these stubborn energies that don't belong to you, any energy that maybe you picked up along the way through any interaction or perhaps any place that you visited. So, if you want to close your eyes and just relax. Just relax. Okay, let me just start off by making sure that you have nothing that is clogging up your mind. Okay, hold on. Okay. Close your eyes, okay? See. Make sure that you have nothing that is confusing you. Okay. See if I see any dirt around your eye, because blink. You are someone who is very optimistic, and yet when you may be surrounded by negative people, whether it is you willingly being surrounded by people like that, or perhaps you just end up working or meeting people like that as part of your friend group. Wait. Blink. Okay. Sometimes we tend to pick up the way that people interpret things. Okay, open your eyes. What I'm trying to say is that you can be a very positive and very optimistic, graceful person, but when you are surrounded by Debbie Downers, sometimes these people manage to complain and nag, and that kind of gets you in this mode of like finding negative things, you know? Like if you're working, has that ever happened to you? You may be working with someone and they just complain like, oh, they just clocked in and they're like, oh my god, I cannot wait to get home, I cannot wait for lunch. And so that kind of gets you going into like, me too, you know, I cannot wait to get off. But you love your job, or you love your career, whatever it is that you do, or school. But these people, when they complain and they express so much misery, what they're trying to do is they're trying to get you to join them. Yeah, because misery loves company. And so you gotta be careful with who you surround yourself with. Because even if you are trying to ignore them, you just don't need to be in the space of constant nagging and constant complaining space and go somewhere else where it is more peaceful, even if it's like in solitude, but at least you're not surrounded by that energy of complainers, is that a word? Energy of people who complain and people who nag and people who find the negative in any situation and everything. I remember when I first started, like when I graduated, and one of my first few jobs, like being surrounded by people who just complained and complained and complained and complained, like everything was an issue. And so I advise you to just be careful, okay? I'm gently massaging your aura and the energy field around you, just to soften up any gunk that may have been like stubborn and stuck into it, okay? So yes, please be careful to not linger around those people too much, especially if you have the option to remove yourself or to not be in their space so often. Like, you may not even realize it, but you may have befriended that person, or maybe you're dating someone like that. So let's push away, push, and push away. Any energies of nagging and complaining. You know, life is not perfect, but there are many things that God has blessed us with. So let's just appreciate it, everything that we've got, because if you think about it, you are living in the blessings that you were praying for back in the day. We're constantly like, I think the new culture is just so focused on constantly thinking of manifesting and manifesting and manifesting. And it's easy to forget that we are living in one of those manifestations from maybe 3 years ago, maybe 5, maybe 10, maybe more. But the life and the things that you got right now, those are things that an older version of you was praying for. So let's just embrace and appreciate everything we've got, because it's only gonna get better, okay? Okay. So let me use the selenite wand and this crystal to just remove any negative energy that somebody may have wished against you, because nothing and no one can stop you, bestie. Nothing and no one can stop the inevitable, and you are meant to live a life of many abundant and prosperous things. Luxurious trips, deep, special connections, and any mistakes from the past. Mistakes in terms of people that perhaps you invested too much time and energy on. And in the end, some of these connections that you were part of did not turn out as expected. So these connections maybe took something from you at some point. So that's what I mean by mistakes. But we don't have to worry about any wasted time or any if they don't like you, bestie? So what? Pluck, pluck, pluck. The energy of caring about what they think. Pluck, pluck, pluck. Who cares? They're gonna talk regardless. They're gonna like you or dislike you regardless of what you do. So let's not care about that anymore, okay? Let me just pluck. Let me pluck any interests in what they say and what they think. Pluck, pluck, release it. Pluck, 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 pluck. We don't care. Let them think what they want. Let them feel how they feel. Let them believe what they want to believe, okay, bestie? Let me pluck, 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 pluck the last F that you give about them. Release, release. Pluck, 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 pluck. Are there any F's left to give? I don't think so. I think your mindset is a lot clearer. Yeah, because you should not care about what they think at all. There's no space in here for any evil or dark spirits. There's no space in our mind, our body, our soul for any fear, for any imposing or limiting thoughts. There is no space whatsoever in your home at all for anything heavy or anything stressful. I really am trying to channel good energy that can cleanse your aura and that can purify and reharmonize, like bring your energy back to center, bring your energy back to harmony, to resilience, to peace, to white light, and anything heavy or dark that is going out the window, out the door, that is going back to its origin. Okay? Trust that there's a higher power protecting you and that nothing and no one can get through. So no need to worry at all. These low vibrating energies cannot get in your way. And whatever they managed to do in the past, that is coming to an end now, today, as you watch this video. Because I say so. Because you deserve protection. Because you deserve to be focused on the great things coming to you. And you don't need to spend an ounce of your time focusing on what they think, what they're saying, whatever rumors or whatever gossiping, whatever lies they're making up. These people need to paint you as the bad guy, because for them to admit that they are the villains, the true villains, that takes a lot of self-accountability, and you know they do not have that. You know that, right? So let me just push away any heavy energies, and I want you to imagine a white light entering your body through your fingertips, through your toes, and that light is spreading rapidly throughout your body, throughout your extremities, throughout your arms, throughout your legs, and it's reaching every cell, every tissue in your body. This light is purifying every inch of your body and mind, and it is clarifying any heavy energy. It is transmuting that. Any heavy energy now becomes light, the energy of silence, because you are so valuable and so unique and talented that moving forward you will know when to share your ideas, your opinions, your wisdom, and when you're not in the right space or when you're surrounded by the wrong audience. Stay quiet. Stay calladito, calladito, calladito. And not share anything of your life. Yeah, we're gonna stay private and we're gonna keep everything that we have going on to ourselves, because people don't need to know what you've got going on, okay? And sure, you may want to share big accomplishments, but if I can give you one tip, whatever you post, please post it after the fact, like after your trip is over, after you achieved something, after you left the event, after you finished the course, the project, or the plans that you were working on, after they came to fruition, because we don't need people's malicious intent to try to interfere in those projects, in those events, okay, maybe, okay. And also, I need you to straighten up that crown. Yeah, that crown that symbolizes that you are royalty. You have powers within you. You have the power to create and to destroy. And if you wanted to, all you have to do to push away any negative energy, besides staying here and letting me help you, all you've got to do is set the intention, because your voice is very powerful. And as long as you are protecting yourself and doing good things, you can create barriers of protection. You yourself can dispel, dismantle, destroy any energy work that you may be suspecting that people attempted against you, okay? All you need is your intention and the power of your voice. So what I want you to do tomorrow, I want you to, when you take a shower, I want you to imagine that with your hand you are literally stripping off heavy energy. Imagine this energy as being like grayish or dark energy, and you are literally stripping it off your body, and it is going down the drain. And I want you to sit in the shower for a moment, and I want you to call your power back. I want you to call your energy back to you from any place where you left it with or without your consent, where you may have given it away without your awareness, okay? I want you to call your power back and claim your energy to return to you from any person or place where it may have been left, with or without your awareness, with or without your consent, with or without your will. And those energies are coming back to you, purified and cleansed, and ready to be aligned again with your aura, with your vibes, with your body. And this energy is giving you a sudden boost in your mood, in your aura, in your energy. And now you feel so like inspired and energized and rejuvenated and ready to tackle all the goals on your to-do list. So let me just emphasize too that no matter what people do, if they try to mess with you, their life gets worse while yours gets better. Why? We're not creating anything here. I'm just stating a fact. You reap what you sow, and when you mess with other people and you do it with ill intent, that comes back to you. Okay, karma exists. Karma exists. And in the same way that people get what they deserve, so do you. Have been planting the right seeds. You're gonna be reaping the benefits of these seeds coming to fruition, okay? And these are gonna manifest in the form of blessings, surprises, gifts, fortune, luck, opportunities, promotions, and so much goodness, so much love. Because you deserve all the love in the world. Okay. So, I want you to now imagine that you have full authority. You have autonomy over your life, over your body. You are the creator. You are a magician. You are the alchemist. And you can kickstart this breakthrough, this glow up, this upgrade of every aspect of your life, okay? Oh, because it's happening. Everything is elevating. Everything is upgrading. Every inch of your mind is accelerating and aligning with this new chapter that awaits you. A chapter where everything feels like you are the luckiest person, because you are. You're the luckiest person, and I don't know why, but everything always works out for you. Everything always works out for you, okay? But don't forget to do your cleansing ritual in the shower. Imagine the water. The way the water cleanses your body is the way that the water spirit, the energy of water, purifies your energetic field. It purifies your aura, okay? I feel the energy already. And if you haven't already, please subscribe so that we can continue to walk along this journey together, because you're not alone. And I'm here to share wonderful moments with you, okay? So let me know what idea, what affirmation, what inspiration this video may have given you. And I really look forward to hearing great news about all the blessings and all the manifestations coming to fruition, okay? And all the happiness